Hello, this is Hardeep, Assistant Professor, CSE and CA, School of Engineering and Technology, CTU University, Ludhiana. So today we are going to discuss about computer networks. So network is basically an interconnection of nodes through any physical medium for the purpose of sharing information. Now let's take you overview of the topics which we are going to discuss today. So the topics are, first of all, basic concept of networking, advantages of network, networking devices, network media, communication protocols, various types of networks, network topologies and wireless networks. So what is basically a computer network? A computer network is a group of computers that uses a set of communication protocols over a set of interconnection nodes through some medium using certain types of protocols. So nodes are basically the computer networks. They can be hardware, they can be various servers, they can be personal computers. And interconnection is a medium or channel through which we can share information. It can be wired also, it can be wireless also. In wired we can use various types of cables, optical fiber cables or twisted pair cables, and in wireless we can use Wi-Fi, we can use Bluetooth devices also. And the communication protocols is a set of rules, syntax or semantics which is used to share information over the network, especially over a network. So there are various types of communication protocols. The main important protocol is TCP and IP, Transmission Control Protocol and Internet Protocol, which is used to share information over the network. And the next we can see in the diagram, here we are having one LAN, and in this we are going to connect various hardware and software devices also. To this LAN we are having wired network also, we are having wireless network also. In the wired network we are having PC, and the main important device which we can connect over the network is firewall. Then internet, we can also connect switches, server, various other LANs also, we can share printers also. And in wireless networks we can use Bluetooth devices, Wi-Fi devices and various other hardware devices. So next is, what are the advantages of network? Why we need to use the network? So network, in sometimes in the business there comes the need, we want to share information, a common information to all the other faculty devices. So we need the use of network. So there are the moments when several workers may need to use the same data at the same time. Next is, we want to share devices, for example printer, we want to share single printer to all the other faculty members, so that's why we use network. It is also used for video conferencing also. So communication becomes easy with the help of email and instant messages. With the help of network, it is very easy to back up all the data as it is stored on the file server. So what are the various networking devices which we can use on the network? First is NIC, Network Interface Card. Second one is repeater, next hub, then switch, bridge, router, gateway and firewall. On the next slides we are going to discuss all these things in detail. First is NIC, Network Interface Card. It is a printed circuit board that fits into the expansion slot of the bus on a computer motherboard. There are basically two types of NICs, internal NIC and external NIC. In internal NIC we are having wired NIC also and wireless NIC. And today, in these days, we are basically using only external NICs, that is USB NIC. For example, we want to use a mouse or wireless keyboard, we just put this external NIC in our slot of computer and just connect through the Bluetooth device. So NIC is identified by a unique code that is called MAC address, Media Access Control. So that's why NICs are also sometimes called network adapters. Next is repeater. Repeater is, as the name signifies, it is used to regenerate the signal. It is used to expand the signal. So it is a network device which is used to regenerate a signal that are distorted by transmission loss due to attenuation. So repeater does not make an intelligent decision concerning forwarding packets, it just amplifies the signals. Next come hub. Hub is basically used in star topology. It is a network device that connects various network nodes. Its main purpose or its main work is to transmit data to different devices on the network. It just checks the address of that particular device and sends data to that particular node. Next come bridges. Bridges, also as the name signifies, it is used to convert data formats and perform basic data transmission management. It used to check data to determine if it should cross the bridge or not. First of all, it checks the address of that particular packet and then it sends the data to that particular node to which it implies. Next comes switches. Switches are also similar to bridges. Switches add more intelligence to data transfer management. So the basic difference between switch and a bridge is that switch does not convert data transmission formats. It just switches the data to the node for which address has been sent. Next is router. So router has all the capabilities of repeaters and switches. It also regenerates the signal. It also concentrates multiple connections, convert data transmission formats and manage data transfers on the network. The main example of router is we can use this router in the form of wireless network or WAN networks. Next is gateway. So it is a piece of networking hardware used in telecommunications for telecommunication networks that allow data to transfer from one network to another network. It is just like a gate. So these are distinct from routers and switches in that they communicate using more than one protocol to connect a bunch of networks on a PC. Next is firewall. It is very important network device for controlling network security and used to access rules or the communication protocol over the network. Firewalls are inserted in connections between secure internal networks and potentially insecure external networks such as the internet. As we can see in the diagram, we are having two PCs here and that are connected with the help of router, and these routers send signal to various other devices, but in between we are having one hardware, that is firewall, which provides security over the network devices. So next is network media. Network media is a communication channel through which we can send information over the network. The function of media is to carry the flow of information over any type of network. It can be LAN, it can be MAN, or it can be WAN. So basically there are two types of network media, wired media and wireless media. In wired media we are having copper cables, and in wireless media we are having wireless devices. In copper cables we are having three types of copper cables: simple copper cables, STP shielded twisted pair cables, and UTP unshielded twisted pair cable. And one more cable is there, that is fiber optic cable. Next come copper cables, simple copper cable. This is the most common, easiest, quickest and the cheapest form of communication network, communication media. So disadvantage of this is that while sending information or while sending data, this copper wire is further send the signal, and further the signal goes to that particular cable, the weaker it becomes. So it weakens the signals. So that's why we use twisted pair cable and unshielded twisted pair cable. So twisted pair cable can be run over long distances. Its speed is very high, that is 10 to 100 Mbps. No doubt it is less expensive. The maximum cable length for twisted pair cable is 500 meters. As we can see in the diagram, we are having 4 layers in that particular twisted pair cable. One is the outer jacket, then braided copper shielding, then plastic insulation is there, then main is the copper conductor through which data is transmitted over the network. Next come STP. STP speed is 0 to 100 Mbps. Its maximum cable length is 100 meters. But in STP we are having 4 twisted pair cables, and we are having 4 layers. First one is jacket, then braided shield, then 2 foil shields are there, in which we are having 2 pairs of twisted pair cables. Next come unshielded twisted pair cable. It is also called UTP or a 4-pair wire. We are having four pairs of twisted pair cables. So in total we are having 8 cables. Each of the 8 cables is covered with an insulating material having different colors. So its speed is in between 10 to 1000 Mbps. It is also less expensive and its maximum cable length is 100 meters. We implement these type of cables with the help of a connector that is called RJ45, registered jack 45 connector. Then comes fiber optic cable. Fiber optic cable is used these days. It is very common these days. It is a glass fiber carrying light pulses and each pulse a bit. Its speed is very high, 10 to 100 Gbps, and it also is having low error rate. Then comes communication protocol. These are the set of rules, set of syntax and semantics which are used to share information over a network. So first one is wireless LAN. It is standardized by IEEE 802.11 and share many properties with wireless wired Ethernet. Next is SONET and SDH, synchronous optical networking and synchronous digital hierarchy. These are standard multiplexing protocols that transfer multiple digital bit streams over optical fiber using lasers. Then last one is ATM, asynchronous transfer mode. So it uses asynchronous time division multiplexing and encodes data into small and fixed size cells. So next topic is what are the various types of network. We are having a lot of networks. First one is PAN, personal area network. Second is LAN, local area network. Then CAN, campus area network. Fourth one is MAN, metropolitan area network. Next is WAN, wide area network. Then SAN, storage area network. VPN, virtual private network. CSN, client server network. And last one is P2P, peer-to-peer network. So first is PAN. As the name signifies, PAN is used for the personal networking. As we can use in our homes, we are having one wireless Wi-Fi and we connect all other devices in our home through that particular Wi-Fi. We can connect TV also, we can connect our mobiles also, we can connect laptops, tabs and all other mobile devices in our home. So basically it can also be called as HAN, home area network. So it is a network device used for sharing or transmission data amongst devices such as computers, telephones, tablets and PDAs. Personal digital assistants. As in the diagram you can see that we are having one Wi-Fi and through which we can connect our camera also, gamepad, printer, phone cables and various wireless devices also like mobiles. Next one is LAN. LAN is a local area network. It can be in a single room, it can be within a range of few meters. Its speed is 10 Gbps. It is used to transfer data within a particular type of network. So various LAN technologies are FDDI and token ring, fiber distributed data interface and token ring. The example of LAN we can take LAN is cable network also. Then comes CAN, campus area network. These are a bit larger than LANs. This type of networks are found in a university campus or a school campus. So, but smaller than MAN, metropolitan area network. As we can see in the diagram, we are having one academic building. In a particular university, we are having various other buildings also. We are having hostels, we are having residential zone also. And for that, we use campus area network CAN. We use networking like CAN. Then comes metropolitan area network. It is larger than MAN and it is also larger than CAN, but smaller than WAN. So its size ranges from 0 to 50 kilometers in dia. For example, we are living in one locality and we are sharing cable network in that particular locality, and for some other locality we are having some another type of cable network. So that type of networks are MAN within a range of 50 kilometers. As we can see in the diagram, we are having one core network and we are having various building or various localities, and these localities are sharing information or sharing data or transfer through the particular core network, and they form a single MAN. Then comes WAN. WAN is a wide area network. This is basically used to connect various cities. So we can take example of university campus at some other city and the main city, that is wide area network. It usually requires a modem, and the main example of WAN is internet. Next comes SAN. SAN is a storage area network. It is also referred to as sub-network or special purpose network. So SAN purpose is to allow users over a large network to connect various data storage devices with a cluster of data servers. So SAN can be accessed in the same fashion as a drive, as a Google Drive we can say. So it is used to store data over network. Then comes VPN, Virtual Private Network. As the name signifies, it is a private network that can access public networks remotely. As for example, some person is sitting in some another country and we are sitting here, or he or she wants to connect through to our network, we can use virtual private network. So VPN uses encryption and security protocols to retain privacy while it accesses outside resources. It is basically used to connect to a remote location. Next comes CSN, Client Server Network. We are having one server, and to that particular server we can connect various clients, and a server is just like a hub here which sends data to other clients. And the last one is peer-to-peer network. Peer-to-peer means from person or from a single user to a single user. There is no loss of data there. We can just directly send data to another system, or we can wirelessly send data to another system also. They do not require any switch or hub. Basically, these type of networks do not perform well under heavy data loads. So this is just used to simple data transfer methods. Next is network topology. Network topology means how we can structure the network, how the various nodes are structured on the network, arrangement of data or arrangement of nodes on a network. So we are having three types of topology. First one is physical topology. It is the actual layout of the wired or the media. In logical topology, we are having how host access the media to send the data. And last one is hybrid topology, that is the combination of physical and logical topology. And in physical topology, we are having further 5 topologies. First one is bus topology, second one is ring topology, next is star topology, then tree topology, which is also called hierarchical topology, and the last one is mesh topology. And in logical topology, we are having 2 topologies, that is broadcast and token passing. So first one is bus topology. As the name signifies, we are having a single bus cable, single central cable, that is also called the backbone or the bus. And to that particular bus, we are having 2 terminals at the end of each bus to stop the signal or to keep it traveling from backwards. So the main advantage of bus topology is that there is no central controller like hub or switch. There is less interconnecting of wires also, so there is less traffic, and it is very easy to install. But apart from these advantages, we are having various disadvantages also. First main disadvantage is that if there is a fault or break in particular node, or a break in a particular bus cable, we just disconnect all the nodes. So a fault in the bus cable stops all the transmission between devices on the same side or from the other side also. Next comes ring topology. As the name signifies, it comes in the form of ring. So all the devices in the ring topology are connected to one another in the form of closed loop. So each device is connected directly to other devices, one or the either side of it. So the main advantage of bus topology is that it avoids collision or it avoids network traffic. There is point-to-point connection between at least 2 devices. It is very easy to install and reconfigure. So main disadvantage is that if there is a break in a ring or if there is fault in some particular node, it can disable the entire network, and network or data transmission is done in a single form. There is only unidirectional traffic. Next comes star topology. Star topology uses a hub in the form of star. There is one central device that is called hub, which connects to all other devices, and if any device wants to send data to another device, that particular device has to go through that particular hub to send data to another device. So nodes communicate across the network by passing data through a hub or switch. It is also very easy to install and reconfigure, having easy fault isolation and identification. So the main disadvantage is that if hub does not start working well, so it halts the network, whole network. Even if one device gets halted or faulted, we can just disconnect it and that particular network goes on. Then comes tree topology. It is also just like a tree. We are having one node, root node, then to that particular root node we are having various other child nodes. We can also call that particular root node that is parent node. So the main advantage is that it allows more devices to be attached or detached to a particular type of node. It also allows network to isolate and prioritize communications from different computers. Next is, what are the disadvantages of the network? So disadvantages are they are not linked to one another. If one device wants to send data to another device or to another side of the node, that particular device has to go through the first root node, then it can send data to the device, that particular designated device. Addition of secondary hubs bring 2 further advantages to that particular tree topology. Next come mesh topology. As the name signifies, it just looks like a mesh. There is a lot of wire, a lot of traffic is there. But the advantage is that each device is connected to each other device through a peer-to-peer network, and there is no distortion of signal. So main disadvantage is a large amount of cabling is required. We have a large amount of input-output ports, but privacy and security is there in mesh topology, as there are point-to-point links that makes fault identification and fault isolation easy. Then comes wireless networks. So wireless network is a type of computer network that uses wireless data connection for connecting network nodes. For example, in wireless network we are having 2 devices, that is Bluetooth device and Wi-Fi device. So for Wi-Fi device we have to take one Wi-Fi router, and to that particular Wi-Fi router we are connecting different types of Wi-Fi devices through Bluetooth. It can be mobile, it can be printer, or it can be different kinds of nodes. Then comes Bluetooth device. So it is just a short range wireless technology standard used for exchanging data between fixed and mobile devices over a short distance. So the IEEE standardized Bluetooth as IEEE 802.15.1 but no longer maintains the standard. Next come Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi stands for wireless fidelity. It is a local area wireless technology which uses radio technologies to transmit and receive data at a very high speed. It is also based on IEEE 802.11 standard. So the access point is a wireless LAN transceiver or base station can convert one or many wireless devices simultaneously over the network. So that's all with today. So thank you.